Hello, West Oxfordshire, and it's election season. So what does that mean for our local housing market? Well, we've looked at some of the historical data behind what an election might do, or the impact of an election on your housing market. But of course, it's come as a bit of a surprise this time. There's been no build-up, no lead-in. It's been sprung upon us with 6 months' notice. Parliament has been recalled, so we no longer have a parliament. There'll be no new laws implemented. The Renters Reform Bill is dead. And what does that mean? Well, as I predicted in my last video, and I'm very pleased to say that Savills, no less, have just come up with the same story that I've been talking about for the last few weeks. I think this will have a much more limited impact on our local housing market than previous general elections. And there are two reasons for this. One is that we've had a lot of people sitting on the fence pending the interest rate Armageddon of last year, which meant that people couldn't or wouldn't make that leap into moving. And secondly, because of those interest rates, then effectively the Bank of England rate will have much more of an impact than the general election. And so the biggest impact will be that first cut in the Bank of England rates when that filters through to mortgage rates, and that will overcome any inertia from the election. Probably also worth bearing in mind that typically in an election year, then the 4 to 6 weeks, that period which we are now in, would see reduced activity. But I don't see that this time, certainly not in West Oxfordshire. There is strong demand. Rightmove are reporting that activity from potential buyers in Oxfordshire is up over 40% compared to this time last year. And I don't see any signs of that abating. The signs are that there, may well be a strong winner from this government or from the general election. And what that likely means is certainty. The housing market likes certainty. And certainly there's been a bounce in property prices after a general election in the majority of previous elections. And the strongest performing housing market that we have seen in recent times was in the Blair government. So, whatever political persuasion you're of, don't fall into a sense of security or be lulled by a thought that one particular party or other will make a big difference to house prices. We've seen house price growth under red and blue governments. But if you want to come and talk about what this means for your property, your prospects of moving and your future home purchases or sales, then please pop into our offices in Witney and Ensham. We'd be delighted to have a chat with you.